The worldwide economic slump, though, is turning the summit into a big challenge for the president and his fellow G8 leaders. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips is in London with the latest on that angle. Mark, good morning.
Good morning, Erica. Well, the easy part of this visit, the banquets and the crowds, is pretty well over. The Obama trip today bumps into Europe's hard economic realities. We're into the show me the money part of the visit, except there is no money. In Britain and Ireland on this trip, President Obama was greeted by fanfares and adoring crowds. A different kind of crowd has gathered in Europe in anticipation of his arrival. Unhappy crowds in places like Athens and Madrid. Here they're not calling his name, they're calling for jobs.
There's no job. If you don't study, it's hard to get a job. But if you study, it's also hard.
In Spain, the unemployment rate is 20%, higher among the young. And that's after the government's severe austerity measures trying to bring down the public debt and revive the economy. In Greece, it's worse. One IMF bailout hasn't stopped the economic slide, another is needed. And where an American president headed for a G8 summit could once be counted on to be bringing help in the form of investment, that's not the case for this president, whose priority is creating jobs at home.
And undoubtedly, the calls that the president makes to Europeans to invest in jobs will fall on deaf ears because the money isn't available. But the Europeans are stuck.
Stuck in different places economically. Europeans like David Cameron are still fixated on reducing public debt, while Barack Obama now wants investment.
Each country is different. And each country is going to have to make a range of decisions. It means that we've got to make sure that we take a balanced approach and that there's a mix of cuts, but also thinking about how do we generate revenues so that there's a match between money going out and money coming in.
Right now in Europe, the money is just going out. There's an even more basic question here as to what the G8 can do. It's a collection, of course, of old European and North American economic powers, and economic power, of course, has shifted to the East. The more influential G20, which includes China and India and others, doesn't meet until next fall. Erica?
So we'll wait until next fall on that angle. But taking a look at Europe at this point, wasn't in many ways the euro supposed to be sort of the answer to Europe's economic problems, almost like a unifier?
The euro is supposed to pull Europe together, and what it's effectively doing right now is tearing it apart. The rich were supposed to bail out the poor. But when everybody's getting poorer, the rich aren't as rich as they used to be, and the poor are even more poor. And right now, there's a huge tension in Europe as to just how much bailing out countries like Germany can and want to do of countries like Greece. Erica?
Mark Phillips in London this morning. Mark, thanks.